Joining me now, Vivek Ramaswamy, former 2024 presidential candidate. Vivek, first thing you know when you go into a factory, all these signs everywhere, do not touch the equipment. But she must have missed that. Bernie Sanders, Vivek, stumping for Kamala, trying to peel off some of the blue-collar voters. The New York Times writing about this. What do you make of this? Can he succeed?
Well, what I make of it, first of all, is Kamala Harris and Bernie Sanders share a lot in common in their policy vision of abolishing private health insurance, of taxing unrealized capital gains. You referenced the AOC comments from earlier. I don't think these strategies are actually helping her very much, Laura. I think they're reinforcing the fact that she is in favor of deeply progressive radical left policies, that the makeover she's tried to put on in recent months isn't working. I think Donald Trump in his speech last night, though, raised a deeper point. And when you tie the needle between Biden's comments last night, between Kamala's appearance, here's the bottom line. To be a good American president, Laura, you actually have to love Americans. And I think Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have both failed that test, just like Hillary Clinton did as well. And I think people are sensing that about Donald Trump right now. He's not somebody who pretends to be something he's not. He's a successful billionaire and he's a capitalist. But from working at McDonald's to riding in a dump truck and a garbage truck yesterday, Donald Trump is also showing that he loves Americans and the American people. And whether you're on the left or right, and a lot of independents in this country, that's what they sense, that's what they want. And I think that's why he's going to be in a better position to unite this country. And it's why I think we're going to win next week.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really say that you love your home if at a dangerous time you leave your front door wide open. And you just let anyone come in to,
that's right.
You know, your kids are there, your whole family's there. And just leave the door open. I mean, you're not a responsible person if you do that. And in fact, you're sick if you do that.
But on the other hand, if you believe that half your home or half your country is garbage, then maybe you don't care. And so if you draw a common line, it actually fits a worldview where you have no regard for yourself or your nation or your homeland. Well, then what the heck does it matter to just leave both borders wide open? There's nothing worth protecting because you didn't respect the thing that you were protecting in the first place. That's what we're starting to see. The true colors are actually showing. It's a form of self-loathing. It's why Biden, for the first 2 years, couldn't say a positive thing about the United States of America. Now, in Biden's case, he couldn't say a positive or coherent thing at all. But in Kamala Harris's case, it's the same thing. It's a kind of self-flogging. It's a self-hatred of America. And the fact that they hate fellow Americans, the fact that they'll call us garbage, also reflects the policies that treat Americans like garbage as well. So say what you will, there's a certain coherence to it, but it's a coherent view that Americans, I hope, are about to reject at the ballot box in 4 days when we start this revival.
Yeah, I'm not sure they hate themselves, but your point is well taken. They definitely want to punish the rest of us. They'll be fine, as they always are, Vivek. Vivek, by the way, I loved you in the garbage truck. You were actually working for a while yesterday. I saw that video. I posted it on X, and it is fantastic. So it's great to see you, as always.
Thank you. I learned a lot. I learned a lot.
Yeah, I know you did it. All right, Vivek, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.